I've had some crazy dreams that I want to speak about. Some of them, I am sure that they'll mean something in the future, and then others, I just, I just beat the case. That's just how it is. I beat it. First dream I want to talk about is I was in this cul-de-sac neighborhood where you drive down to the circle and there's like 4 or 5 houses right next to each other. I was in the middle house and I was basically a protector. I was protecting these young girls that were taken out of crazy situations, bad homes, no one's taking care of them. They're just not in the right spaces. So I had this house where I would bring the girls and help them live, help them understand life a little better. There was 5 of them. One of them really didn't want to listen to me, and I think that's how it is sometimes. You have children that do want to listen, you have children that don't. And the situation came about my dream where I ended up seeing these cars pull up in the cul-de-sac in the circle, and they looked like FBI agent cars or secret agent cars, and a whole bunch of men jumped out and they just started bulleting the house, just shooting through the house. So I got all the girls and I hid them in this closet that had an extra room, and I hid the 4 girls in there that would listen. The 5th girl, she did not listen, so she wanted to keep following me around the house while the men were shooting bullets through the crib. And she was just like, I don't want to go in there, I don't want to go in there. I'm just like, you got to go in here. Like, this is the only way that you're gonna survive. And it was kind of like that balance of good followings and hard followings. Some people will follow because they see the path. Some will create roadblocks because they know the path is there, but they just want to create something to feel. Honestly, they just want to do things that are out of line just to feel something. And I was fine with it, so I let her follow me. By the end of the dream, I saved all the girls, and I got this idea to, save people in real life. I think that'll happen. I think somehow in real happening time, I'll be able to do that. Second dream was just last night. It was 2 in 1. It was a double dose. The first one was my sisters. I have twin sisters, and we were in another neighborhood watching a lot of people just do things, interact. There was a daycare. There was a daycare where I had been before. They have also been there before. We were there and there was these people doing capoeira. They were doing like crazy movements. And so I'm like, let's see what's popping. We go over there and all of a sudden my sisters are just gone. They like disappeared. And I'm imagining, like, is this a correlation to the last dream? Is this a correlation to where young women are disappearing in neighborhoods, or young women are being found in neighborhoods? It kind of messed me up. But the dude that I kept recognizing, I was like, this guy, I've seen him in my dream, just minutes before. So I'm gonna go ask him, where are my sisters? And he didn't know. He was like a bigger, heavier set man with like a buzz cut, and he was Brazilian, but he had like a very pale complexion. So we didn't understand each other. There was a barrier. And I do capoeira, so I'm thinking I need to figure out, do I jump into capoeira more to maybe get to Brazil, or do I ask my sisters to join capoeira with me, or do I just watch out for my sisters more? Very confusing, but I'll figure it out. The third part of the dream, or I guess the second part of the dream of the double doser, I was in another home area, but it was haunted. And me and this girl that I've recently met, we were trying to figure out, do we go in or do we not? Very confusing. So we went in. And it being haunted, she was kind of fearful, I was kind of fearful. But at the end of the day, we both went in, and she started to get weird and seductive, like touchy, and I wasn't with it. And so this became something else, but I knew it was her still, and I knew she probably didn't want to be that. And she tried to grab me and secrete my energy, but I told her no. And when I woke up, instead of my energy coming out of my body, I harnessed it and I breathed, and the energy rushed up to my head, and I felt a rainbow rush through my body. And it was yeah, I felt a rainbow rush through my body, and I knew then I harnessed the power, and I won.